Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today again we carry on our Hoondokhae from Heavenly Tribe book, chapter 3, Heavenly Parent, section 5. Heavenly Parent invested everything. Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation through parents' words. Creation entails the investment of energy. Every artist in the world desired to create the greatest of masterpieces. He or she invested everything, spirit, heart, and soul, with the utmost changsong. It is not partial investment, but total investment that gives birth to the perfect masterpiece. Perfection finally comes when the created object needs nothing more. Can you fully love an object of hope that you made while withholding something of yourself, withholding your flesh and blood? It is only when you have given everything, your bones, your flesh, your ideas, and everything you possess, that you can bond with what you have created as the object of your hope. That is why I'm saying that the beginning of the process of creation itself could have been possible only through investment. There has to be the investment of energy. Nothing can be made without the investment of energy. Commitment to the principle that is the perfect object partner is created for an infusion of all one's energy. God invested everything he had as the subject partner to create his object partner. God's work of creation was the beginning of his movement towards the state of existing not for himself but for his object partner. In the world of physics, the input is greater than the output, but in the world of love, the input is less than an output, because this principle applies on the horizontal plane. The universe exists forever. Consumption depends everything. Thus, God's existence is perpetuated based on love. The universe maintains its existence eternally through this conscious circular motion. Sharing thoughts. A Christian astronomer named Johannes Johannes Kepler, and an atheistic friend talk together about the birth of the universe. Kepler: this universe is Heavenly Parent's creation. Friend: no, the universe just came into being when a star with the greatest power in a certain orbit began ruling over the other star. The solar system was created through its own strength. It was not created by someone. After some deliberation, Kepler created an accurate replica of the solar system at a ratio that reduced the real size, colored it nicely, and connected all the pieces so that they could revolve around the sun. Friend: wow, it is really beautiful. Who created this marvelous model? Kepler: no one created it. It just appeared through its own strength. Friend: stop talking nonsense and tell me, was it you? Kepler: are you saying you are certain that this trivial toy could not have been created without involving someone's input? Then the last time we talked, how could you say that this vast universe was created on its own? His friend could not say anything. How all the universe have been created? As you walk on a path, do all the small plebes that you kick randomly exist simply because they were in that place? For as long as humans have existed, we have questioned how we were created and have been curious about where the origin of matter lays. We have divided the answer into two main points and researched them. First, in religion, we thought about the cause of creation. We study about who is the causal being that started creation and why human beings were created. Scientists focused on the process of creation. This is because it was impossible to know why the universe was created, but with the development of science, it was possible to know what the origin of matter was and the process through which life evolved. Okay. When many physicians see the process of the Big Bang and evolution, they say that the whole process cannot be the result of some coincidence. It is possible only to the investment of energy with a creative and high-dimensional directivity. Ultimately, as they carry out scientific research, sorry about that, they will discover that the universe and human beings are not a combination resulting from coincidence. Rather, they can't help but discover that there is a heavenly parent who exists, who invested in every stage with a consistent direction. Together with the development of science, religion has let go of liberalism, and there is wide understanding that the period of creation was not 6 literal days, but rather that signify several stages of creation, and a wider understanding about the idea that people who received revelation had recorded everything they saw with their naked eyes. In the past, religion and science walk opposite paths, but we have come to an era in which science has developed, and we are reaching the time when religion and science meet as one. The result of this discovery is evidence that Heavenly Parent invested all his love and effort into creating the universe and human beings. Heavenly Parent did not create the universe by proclaiming words without any effort. He put forth every ounce of himself and invested all his energy into creating it. When we think about Heavenly Parent's love and direction, we come to feel grateful for the world of creation that we live in, because Heavenly Parent's sincere devotion is in every blade of grass and every drop of water. They are precious. With a heart of gratitude for Heavenly Parent hard work, we should treasure this creation and give back to nature so that the cycle of life can continue vibrantly. Points of contemplation. Let us think about the process of creating the universe that Heavenly Parents went through. 2. What feelings do you have when you look at the world into whose creation Heavenly Parent, our parent, invested all his energy for the sake of human beings? Seeing Heavenly Parent's creativity and absolute investment, what are some things that we could do? Resembling his creativity for the world of human beings and the world of all things. The other days I was sharing with you how I experienced Heavenly Mom and Dad. And I was sharing about the joy and grace that I feel every time I climb the mountain. And when I reach there on the top, it's like naturally I just praise and worship God for creation, for the beauty that He put in every stone, in the breeze, in the whole creation. And it's really amazing how God put every one of Himself in every created things. That's why when you touch things, they have vibration, there is life there, and that's connected with God. I believe that if we human we come to such a deep understanding, then we will not destroy the earth, we will not misuse the creation, but we will really take care of the nature and ourselves in a beautiful way. Because of the fall inside of us, we have a kind of virus that we tend to destroy everything around us and destroying ourselves too. And even though we say we are well and we are good, we see the results in the current world. Coronavirus, it's a made man thing that's trying to destroy people. But what's the worst is that instill the fear in the mind and hearts of many people. And we as Cheon owners, as true parents' children, we have to be the light in the world and talk to the people about the beauty and love and grace of Heavenly Mom and Dad. I remember a long time ago as a child, I've seen a movie, I watched a movie, I don't remember the movie name or the full story there, but one thing from that movie stick to my mind, and it was one of the evangelic wrote by Saint Thomas that is not included in the Bible. And as I heard, that was taken out by Vatican when they put the Bible together, because it was so wonderful teaching about God, that in one point in that evangelic say that if you pick up a stone, there is God. If you take out a wood, there is God there. Everything that He move or we touch is the living God manifestation on this earth. And that did not match with what people want to teach about God or about Jesus Christ. No? That God is everywhere in everything. All the creation is God. It's God because He put Himself in every creation, including in us human beings. Even though we are broken, there is still the light of God inside of us. And I think God is keeping hope, because in one moment we human beings have the creativity from Heavenly Mom and Dad instilled in us. So God grant to us the ability to transform even bad things into good things. That's why we say we receive lessons, and we don't see all the hardship and all this bad stuff happening to us like bad, but we see this like lesson, because we, through our unity with Heavenly Mom and Dad, to recognizing the power of God inside of us, we can transform any bad things that happen to us to a great lessons of wisdom that is help us to grow up, to become wiser, to become deeper in understanding the meaning of life, in understanding ourselves, or to change ourselves. And that's what God put in every human being. I love God, and I'm definitely sure that you love God too. And because of true parents, we come to such a not only deep understanding, not only knowing God, but living with God, experiencing God. And that's truly a jumbo. That's really so beautiful, that go beyond any words, that go beyond any expression. Yeah, thank you. Let's praise our Heavenly Mom and Dad for all the beauty that He poured upon us, upon our lives. And even though now there is such a situation, I'm definitely sure that if all of us we put on high vibration with Heavenly Mom and Dad, we can turn all this situation into blessings for humankind, to come to understand how to have good dominion over the things, how to have good dominion over our lives, and in society, what kind of impact. It's time for us to acknowledge the power and grace and love of Heavenly Mom and Dad, and transform this world of pain and tribulation and suffering into a world in which God can come and live substantially with grace and joy and love, because this is what God wants, and this is what we want too. So we are on the same page with God here. Thank you for your attendance, and I truly wish you a blessed day. Bye.